And I'm on the part where he's really understanding about why most of us in this world now are just wasting so much fucking time. And I want to get deeper into this. And he goes of this. So the big idea is that you need to stop wasting your time, stop letting your emotions control you, and realize that you are a small part of a massive universe. You only have limited amount of time on this earth. So you need to master your mind right now. This is Marcus Aurelius using Stoic philosophy to remind you that your emotions, excuses, and personal problems are as small compared to the scale of life and time itself. So, psychologically, the message is about reducing ego centered thinking and emotional impulsiveness by recognizing that you are a part of a much larger system, which helps you create humility, perspective, and mental resilience. So, the deeper point is that not that your life is meaningless, but that wasting time in anger, laziness, fear, or constant emotional reactions prevents you from fulfilling your role and potential while you are alive. Master your mind right now means taking responsibility for your thoughts, actions, disciplines, and perceptions instead of allowing emotions and distractions to unconsciously control your behavior. Like, think about this right now. Every time you do things unconsciously, bro, like that's an emotion that you let it control. Like whenever, like something that a lot of people, tend to battle with is going to the gym. It's an impulsiveness. Like maybe you fantasize of you becoming so fucking fit and everything, but it's like when the time is come, like when you need to go to the fucking gym, you don't go because you're just letting your emotions and imaginations and fantasies just fucking control you instead of actually doing the hard work and going to the gym and actually working out, lifting weights. So the lesson is he is reminding you that everything happens for a reason and change is neutral. You yourself are a part of that universe. This means you aren't an isolated person fighting the world, you belong to it. When things change or get tough, it's the universe doing its job. Accept it with gratitude instead of complaining. The core message is that most people waste their life, limited time, trapped in emotional reactions, distractions, excuses, and ego driven thinking instead of consciously directing their lives. By recognizing how small your personal problems are compared to the scale of time, nature, and existence, you reduce emotional impulsiveness and become more grounded, disciplined, and mentally resilient. Psychologically, this is about shifting from reactive thinking to intentional awareness. Instead of letting anger, laziness, fear, or overthinking unconsciously control your actions, you take a step back, you realize that your mind is just one small part of a much larger reality. That perspective weakens ego centered thinking and helps you focus on responsibility, discipline, and meaningful actions rather than emotional comfort. So, you are not separate from the life or fighting against reality itself. Change, struggle, uncertainty, and discomfort are natural parts of existence, not personal attacks against you. Like, think about it. You're gonna face these problems regardless of how you live your life, bro. Like, in this world that we live in right now, you're going to be fighting, you're gonna be in so much pain, you're gonna be in so much, like, the Stoics were basically saying that your life is gonna go through fucking hell, bro. Like, regard whether you like it or not, you're gonna go through some shit. Everybody in this world's gonna go through some shit. Either you're gonna learn from that, or you're not gonna learn from that, and you're gonna repeat whatever mistakes you've been doing, and you're just gonna create a bigger problem for yourself. The Stoics were basically telling you that you should perceive that life from a different angle. Like you should perceive your problems at a different angle. So in like GTA, where you can like see the person like how there's a camera and you can see where he's going and everything. Like that's how you need to look at your problems, bro, from a different perspective. And so the practical lesson is to stop resisting reality emotionally and instead work with it consciously. Accept change, stay disciplined, use your limited time intentionally instead of wasting it in distraction or self-pity. And when you go through this type of phase, you're gonna face this thing called procrastination. To stop procrastination on your growth, like this is how you're gonna stop it, and we're gonna get into depth on how this happens. So, this is a powerful slap of reality. He tells you to look back at your years of procrastination. This is Marcus Aurelius confronting procrastination through Stoic philosophy by forcing you to recognize that your time is finite and irreversible. Psychologically, the message is meant to break complacency and future-oriented fantasizations by making you emotionally aware that every day wasted in distractions, avoidance, or laziness is part of your life permanently disappearing. Like, think about that, bro. Like, when you don't do anything with your fucking life, bro, like every day, every day we get fucking distracted. Everybody goes through it, but most of us see that shit and we end up doing something with it. But instead, I catch myself at times, bro, where it's like when I'm going through a lot of emotions, right? When I'm just in my fucking head so much, bro, I just end up scrolling. I end up doing something stupid. I end up just not really in my thinking state where I should be, you know? And this goes to show that a lot of people need to meditate. And I'm saying meditation because you need to be self-aware. Because if you're not self-aware, bro, emotion, like, this is gonna get you. So look, the deeper lesson is about urgency and responsibility. Self-improvement cannot stay as an idea in your head forever, because eventually time removes the opportunity to act. Stoicism teaches that growth happens through disciplined actions. I repeat, disciplined actions in the present moment. That's what I mean by meditation. You need to be in the present moment, not thinking about the past, not thinking about the future. What can you do right fucking now, bro? That's gonna get you to what you want to be. Like, it makes sense why most people don't ever get to where they want to be, because they fantasize from the past and the future. They overanalyze so much, and this is what I was doing. Because for me personally, bro, I was overanalyzing how I wanted to live my life so much, bro, that I was in this fantasy and I wasn't never doing the fucking work that I needed to do. Right? I would say to myself that I'm a pro trader, but I wasn't analyzing all of my trades. I wasn't reviewing, back testing, learning from my mistakes. Like, I was talking all this shit, but I wasn't even doing anything. And I'm saying that from a real person, bro, because, dude, I'm just keeping it real. So Stoicism teaches that growth happens through disciplined action in the present moment, not through endless thinking about becoming better later. This, as Marcus Aurelius, forcing you to confront the cost of delay. The message is not about stop procrastination, it's about procrastinations is literally the slow trade of your finite life for temporary comfort, distractions, or fantasy. So psychologically, this attacks what is called temporal illusion, the feeling that you always have more time later. The brain protects comfort by pushing difficult actions into the future, which creates endless cycles of planning, fantasizing, waiting for the perfect moment. Stoicism cuts through all that illusions by reminding you that time is irreversible. Every avoidant action becomes part of your past permanently. The line about looking back at your years of procrastination is meant to create emotional awareness and accountability. It forces you to see procrastination not as harmless laziness but accumulated lost life. That discomfort is intentional. It is supposed to wake you up from passive living. So the deeper Stoic principle is this: thinking about change is not change. Wanting discipline is not discipline. Imagining your future self is not becoming that person. Growth only happens through repeated actions in the present moment. I repeat, take action in the present moment. Be in tune right fucking now. Don't think about anything else but right now. This is also connects to the potential versus reality. Many people stay emotionally attached to the fantasy version of themselves becoming, because fantasy feels safe and unlimited. Like, think about it. You can imagine yourself at a penthouse. You can imagine yourself anything, bro. You can imagine yourself in a car, that girl, anything, bro. Because real action destroys uncertainty by forcing commitment. Once you act, you leave imagination and enter reality, where mistakes, discomfort, and responsibility exist. And think about it, when you enter reality, when you are in the present moment and you start to do the work that you need to do, you're going to be literally be facing mistakes, discomfort, and responsibility. And responsibility is a big key, because everything is on you, bro. No one's gonna fucking drag you out of bed. No one's gonna do shit. No one's gonna work for you. No one's gonna give you $1 million but your fucking self, if you know what the fuck to do. Because if you don't know what to do with your life, bro, like, you're gonna be in this cycle where it's like just repeating stupid shit, bro. And I can't really describe it, because it's like, I just man, I feel like at a point in your life you're gonna get fed up from doing the same work all over again, bro. Like, you're gonna get really fed up, man. And I got fed up so much to where it's like, I don't want to keep repeating the same life. Like, I understand what the Stoics were telling me, bro. Like, now I'm starting to see my life as a different perspective. Like this is what I'm. So this is what the basic message is. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop identifying with the emotional resistance. Stop romanticizing about future transformations. Reduce life to immediate executions. Use time consciously because it's consciously disappearing. Stoicism reframes urgency as clarity, not panic, clarity. Think about it. Most people, like myself, I was in this urgency state where it's like I needed to make money overnight, where I wanted to make money in 1 month. I wanted to make a lot of fucking money, you know? And I understood through a lot of my mistakes, everything takes time, bro. Like, you need to understand getting these books, getting these fucking knowledge, getting understanding, getting wisdom, getting feedback from all of your mistakes that you've been trying to do with your goals and your dreams and whatever you want to be. I was just in a chaotic state, bro, and I wasn't learning anything, but it's crazy how it just slowed the things down. I got a job. I just focused on my time. You know, I was really, like, right now, bro, I'm very clear on what I want to be. I'm very clear on where I want to go, what I need to do, all because I just slowed the fuck down, bro. I had to reset myself. I had to reinvent myself, and it sucks. It sucks, but in reality is, I'm glad that everything happened for a reason, bro. I'm glad that everything happened. I'm glad how I didn't end up living in that penthouse. I'm glad that I lost all my money. I'm glad that everything just went to fucking shit, because now I have a better understanding on why. Like, most people never reflect where they went wrong, bro. And that's where people fucking stay broke. That's why people just stay where they are, because they never reflect. They never want to be like, face their ego, bro, knowing that you fucked up, because that stings, bro. And I hated that. I never wanted to be wrong. I always wanted to be right. But now that the universe, God, the cosmos, it taught me a lesson, bro. And lessons teach you way more than fucking having all this money and all this shit, man. Because we're gonna be getting into a subject called focus like a Roman. So tackle every single hour firmly like a Roman. He gives you a step-by-step mental checklist to protect your mind. So Marcus Aurelius is basically saying that if you want to improve your life, you need to stop letting distractions, emotions, laziness control your attention. Clear your mind of unnecessary worries. Focus completely on the task in front of you. Treat your time as valuable instead of wasting it on half-focused or procrastination. This in Marcus Aurelius is teaching disciplined attention and emotional control. The central idea is that most people lose their lives to distractions, emotions, impulses, and scattered attention, while a disciplined person learns to direct their mind intentionally towards what matters. So the phrase focus like a Roman means acting with seriousness, clarity, and purpose, instead of drifting emotionally from task to task. So here's the deeper psychological meaning behind each step, okay? So number one is clear the mental clutter. Allow your mind freedom from all other considerations. So this means stop wasting mental energy on irrelevant worries or other people's opinions, imagine scenarios, or emotional noise. Your brain has limited attention bandwidth. So when your attention is fragmented, when you have so much, your performance, discipline, and emotion stability weaken. Like, when you have so much brain fog, when you just consume so much shit and you're just always in this fucking state where it's like, I was in this state where it's like I wanted to talk about certain subjects, but I never really understood what the fuck certain subjects were, because I got everything on social media and I believed everything what social media said. Like, I was in this, like, it's crazy how so much I was controlled, and I never really understood what the fuck why I did that. But it's crazy, bro, because I was really in this trap, man. And psychologically, this is attention filtering. Like, this is what you need to do, is removing unnecessary cognitive load so that your mind can focus on one meaningful objective. This basically means that you need to be removing everything, bro. All of your thoughts, like basically meditating, bro. Literally meditate. I mean, just Meditation is just a simple form of breathing exercises and focusing on one thing. And that's what you need to do, is focus on one thing. So number two is that you need to treat the task like it matters completely. Approach every single task as though it was your last. This is not about fear of death, literally. It means stop acting casually with your time. Stop doing things half present. Stop multitasking through life. Marcus is teaching that engagement with present moment. When you fully commit attention to one action, distractions weaken and your mind enters deeper concentration and flow. Like once you enter the flow state, bro, like everything just makes sense, bro. Anything that you read, anything that you watch, like information just comes at you more clearly, bro. And that's what you need to be in, man. Because I've noticed that I was just always in this, like my mind wouldn't be here, bro. Like my mind would just be focusing on something, bro. I'll be stressed. Like right now, I'm more calm because I'm literally fixing my attention. Like I'm literally like just calmer, bro, because I don't want to fuck up my attention span, bro. Like I've been reducing social media and all that shit. But psychologically, this strengthens task emergence, attention stability, intrinsic focus, and flow state behavior. So, and number three is that ignore emotional resistance. Fight off the emotional recoil from the commands of reason. This is one of the most important ideas. Your rational mind may know you should study, you should train, you should trade, you should work, you should read, you should improve. But emotions seek comfort, novelty, and ease. So the moment difficult effort appears, the brain produces resistance. And resistance is one of the most biggest forces that you're ever going to face, because it's like you can look at a book. For instance, for me, it's like I can look at a book, bro, and it's like, do I really want to use this information when I should be fucking reading this book, because I should be reading about, mastering about myself or something, like I should be doing this, but it's like I'd rather watch a YouTube video about it, trying to distract myself because my mind thinks that this is better. But in reality is, when you focus and read a book, you focus completely your whole attention on that thing. So this is pretty much what he's trying to tell you, bro. Like, focus on one simple thing, because then your attention, you enter the flow state, bro, by just focusing on one simple thing, bro. That's all it is, man. But emotions seek novelty, right? So they usually seek boredom, laziness, avoidance, anxiety, and procrastination. So Marcus is saying that do not let temporary feelings override long-term reasoning. This aligns closely with modern psychologically. Discipline is the ability to act according to the values and goals instead of immediate emotional states. Because if you let your emotional states direct your life, you will be living a life that you do not want to live. Because if you're like, let's say you want to do something with your life, bro, but you're so fucking lazy, man, you're gonna regret all these years that you could have fucking done something, bro. Like, trust me, dude, I get this feeling to where it's like, I wish I was rich when I was 20. I'm 24 now, but at the same time, it's like, when I was 20, I was working a job, and I didn't really understand how life really was, and I was selling stuff at the time, and I thought that would make me a lot of money, but in reality, it never did. Because, I don't know, man, it's just, like, practically this means that you need to simplify your focus, reduce mental clutter, stop waiting for emotions, and fully engage with the task in front of you. Train your focus to execute regardless of your mood. Like the phrase, like a Roman, symbolizes mental order, discipline, resilience, and purposeful actions under pressure. So the part about emotional recoil means your brain often resists difficult work, even when you know it's important, because emotions usually prefer comfort over effort. Marcus is saying, don't wait until you feel motivated. Use your reasoning, do the work anyway, and train yourself to act based on discipline instead of temporary feelings. Remember, temporary feelings, bro. Every thought is just temporary. Like, I think it's like 3 seconds. If you focus on a thought more than 3 seconds, you're gonna focus it on more than a minute. And when you focus on that thought more than a minute, that minute is gonna turn into 5 minutes. And that's how it goes. The more you think about something, the more you focus your attention on that thought, you'll make it more, you'll make it more, you'll make it more. This goes good and bad, bro. So it's really like a double-edged sword, man. So this is basically a considered stoic reminder telling you to stop drifting through life and start acting with urgency, focus, and discipline. Marcus Aurelius is saying your time is limited. Stop wasting mental energy on distractions, comfort, and overthinking. Put your full attention into meaningful action. The clock is ticking means you do not have unlimited time to become the person you want to be. So procrastination quietly steals your potential every day. Highlight that shit. Every single day, procrastination shit, like, procrastination literally steals your potential, bro. So you need to have that mind filter, right? So this means clear out distractions and focus deeply on one important task instead of pretending to be productive while scattered. Like, you need to be focused on one thing. You can't just half-ass it, bro. Like, if you half-ass it, there's no point of you doing any learning and doing anything in life, because if you just half-ass shit, you'll never get anything, bro. Like, fast, you know what I'm saying? But you need to beat laziness. Means your emotions will naturally resist hard work and seek comfort. But discipline is choosing to follow reason and goals instead of temporary feelings. Busy is not the same as productive. Everything you do must have a win towards your goal. Match Marcus perfectly because he is teaching intentional attention, not random activity. He is saying every action should move your life forward instead of just keeping you centered, distracted, or comforted. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you learned something from this video. This is going to be one of my first videos that I talk about, from books. But literally, bro, just focus on something that you need to do, bro. Like, lock the fuck in, man. There's so much things that I didn't want to talk about, bro, but yeah, this is one of them, man. Hope you guys like this video, man. Talk to you guys soon.